From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. Google is asking federal regulators for permission to release millions of specially treated mosquitoes in Florida and California. Now, the goal is not to increase populations of biting mosquitoes that already swarm backyards after warm, rainy weather. Instead, the company is seeking an experimental use permit from the EPA for a mosquito control project involving male Culex cinquefasciatus mosquitoes. According to the Federal Register, Google is proposing to release an estimated 32 million mosquitoes over 2 years in both California and Florida. The goal is reproduction control. When these treated male mosquitoes mate with wild female mosquitoes, the resulting eggs are not expected to hatch. Over time, repeated releases can reduce the local population of the targeted mosquito species. The mosquitoes in Google's proposal are male, which is a key distinction for residents who may be uneasy about this plan. Male mosquitoes do not bite. Female mosquitoes are the ones that bite humans and animals and can spread disease. Culex mosquitoes are found in the U.S. and can spread viruses such as West Nile, St. Louis encephalitis, and Eastern equine encephalitis. West Nile virus is the most common disease spread by mosquitoes here in the U.S. Now, the proposal comes as mosquito control remains a growing concern in many communities during the warmer months. Culex mosquitoes lay eggs on the surface of fresh or stagnant water, and larvae develop in water before becoming flying adults. This is why periods of rain followed by warm weather can heighten mosquito concerns, especially when water collects in buckets, planters, bird baths, gutters, discarded tires, or unmaintained pools. The EPA has not yet approved this request. The project reflects a broader push toward targeted mosquito control strategies that reduce reliance on broad chemical spraying. Google's request remains under federal review, so the mosquitoes have not been cleared for release under this experimental permit. If the application is approved, the EPA would set conditions for where, when, and how the releases could take place. Well, the weather helps drive the spread of an often misdiagnosed infection, which kills as many as 1,000 people per year. Valley fever, or coccidioidomycosis, is a lung infection caused by spores from the fungus coccidioides, which lives in soil in the southwestern U.S. and south-central Washington state. A 2005 study of coccidioidomycosis in Phoenix found that the disease is influenced by the local climate. The study concluded that, on average, peaks in exposure to the fungal spores occur in June to July and in October to November, consistent with the drier and dustier months of the year. Fewer exposures occur in February, March, August, and September, consistent with the timing of the wetter and less dusty months. Dust storms can spur outbreaks of the ailment, and research says increasing dust storms from the 1990s into the 2000s could be making things worse. In 2025, research indicated that the forecasting of valley fever was possible 10 to 30 days in advance based on forecast weather conditions. Because the most common symptoms include a cough and fever, the infection is often misdiagnosed. People who are over 60 are most at risk. Although these methods have not been proven to prevent it, people living in these areas should stay inside during dust storms and avoid breathing dust outside by wearing an N95 mask. In 2019, AccuWeather interviewed the mother of Guillermo Walton, a 26-year-old from Las Vegas who battled a devastating case of valley fever for more than a year before dying from the infection. The same year, AccuWeather reporters also spoke to Dr. Roberta DeLuca, who contracted valley fever when a dust storm hit an airport in Phoenix in 2012. 7 years later, her health was still impacted, and she became severely ill, barely escaping death. The only test for the infection is a laboratory blood test that looks for coccidioides antibodies or antigens. Treatment with antifungal medication is needed for those who do not recover on their own. The infection does not spread from person to person, but people and animals in the same area can breathe in the same fungal spores from the environment. Nationwide, over the past few years, the CDC says that about 20,000 cases are reported per year, mostly in Southern California and Arizona. But valley fever is often underdiagnosed or misdiagnosed, so the true number of cases may be 10 to 18 times that. And while CDC data indicates that approximately 200 people die from the infection each year, the true number is estimated to be between 700 and 1,100 people per year. That's all for now. You can find regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com, and for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy your weekend, be weather aware, and I'll be back on Monday with more from AccuWeather.